Imagine a dusty roadside slicing through a sleepy town, the sun sinking low, painting the sky in fiery oranges and soft pinks, casting long, jagged shadows over cracked pavement. Cynthia stands there, poised like a statue carved from ambition, phone in hand, adjusting her sleek wig with the precision of a runway model prepping for the flash of cameras. She's not just any girl. She's bold, modern, a city slicker, who's chiseled her identity from the concrete jungle. Her outfit's sharp, a tailored jacket hugging her frame, heels clicking defiantly on dirt, her posture screaming unshakable confidence. She's waiting for Daniel, her boyfriend of 8 wild roller coaster years, and today's no ordinary day. It's the day his mom meets her dad, a milestone she's been gearing up for like it's her personal coronation. She flips her hair, smirks at her reflection in the phone screen, muttering, "Let's see them try to outshine me today." She's not nervous, not a flicker of doubt clouds her mind. She's ready to dazzle, to command every eye in the room, to cement her place as the star. This isn't just a family meeting. It's her stage, her spotlight, her moment to prove she's untouchable. Why does this hook us? Because we're meeting a queen obsessed with herself. Her pride's a blazing spark, and we can sense it's about to ignite chaos. Picture her there, breeze tugging her jacket, eyes glinting with self-assurance. She's a force, a storm brewing in human form. We're drawn in, wondering how long can she keep that crown perched so high. What happens when someone dares to knock it off? The stage is set, the curtain's up, and we're leaning in for the drama. Daniel's been buzzing about this day for weeks, his voice alive with excitement every time he brings it up. His mom and her dad finally meeting after 8 years of dating. For most it'd be a sweet, cozy family moment, a blending of lives and legacies, but not for Cynthia. She's pacing the roadside now, heels clicking a restless tattoo on the gravel, her mind spinning with how this is another chance to flex her independence. Love's between two people, she's told Daniel countless times, her voice firm, finger jabbing the air like a prosecutor making a case, not a whole damn clan. She's not here for family politics, or dusty traditions demanding she bend or bow. Those are chains she's never worn. Picture her rolling her eyes at the very notion, her Cynthia, bowing to anyone's expectations. It's laughable, absurd. She's a modern girl, forged in the city's fast lanes, where she's learned to call the shots, to carve her own path through the noise. She's said it before, late nights over takeout in their sleek apartment. "I'm not one of those girls who lets your family run my life, don't even try it." Her tone a steel wall, he's never breached. Her mindset's a neon sign flashing loud and clear. She's in charge and no one's rewriting her rules. This matters because it's the first crackling hint of trouble. Her me-first attitude isn't a quirk, it's a ticking bomb, primed to detonate when it slams into the values Daniel's mom might cherish, like respect, humility or family ties. We can almost hear the distant rumble of that collision. She stops pacing, plants her hands on her hips, stares down the road where the Jeep will roll in thinking, "They'll see who I am today. Nobody dims my light." We're left curious, a little tense. Will her pride bend under pressure or shatter spectacularly? The fuse is lit, and we're watching it burn. The afternoon's quiet hum snaps as tires crunch gravel. A sleek black Jeep rolls up, its polished surface catching the fading sun like a mirror, glinting with promise and power. Cynthia's heart does a quick jig, a flutter of excitement she'd never confess. She loves the spotlight, and this feels like her grand entrance, her red carpet rollout. She flips her hair, classic Cynthia, a move she's honed to perfection, and struts toward the front passenger door like it's her royal throne, heels clicking with purpose on the uneven ground. She's been riding shotgun with Daniel forever. It's her spot, her unspoken right, a little kingdom she's claimed in their shared world. She's picturing the day ahead in vivid technicolor, her dad stern but secretly impressed, shaking hands with Daniel's mom, his mom nodding in quiet approval, maybe even awe, and her Cynthia, at the center of it all, directing the scene like a maestro with a baton. She's in her element, confidence radiating like heat off summer asphalt, every step a declaration. I've got this locked down. You can almost hear her inner chant, smug and rhythmic. This is my moment. Watch me own it. She adjusts her jacket, smooths her wig one last time, imagining the gasps of admiration she'll draw when she steps out later, flawless and commanding. Why's this juicy? Because she's at her peak, riding high on her own hype, totally blind to the curveball about to slam into her perfect plan. The Jeep's engine cuts off, a low thud signaling arrival, and she reaches for the handle, a faint smile tugging her lips. She's ready to dazzle terrain. We're hooked, pulses quickening, waiting for the twist to shake her world off its axis. What's lurking behind that door? You can feel it building, a shadow creeping closer, and we're itching to see her face it, her triumph so close, yet so fragile. Bam! The Jeep door swings open with a creak that cuts the air, and Cynthia freezes mid-strut, her hand hovering over the handle like she's been caught in a spotlight she didn't summon. There, in her front seat, her sacred, untouchable throne, sits an old woman, small and frail, her body draped in a faded wrapper worn thin by time, a simple headscarf tied loosely over thinning hair. She looks up with soft, tired eyes, a gaze gentle yet piercing, and Cynthia's jaw drops, her whole vibe crashing like a wine glass shattering on concrete. Who's this? She thinks, mind racing, annoyance bubbling up fast like oil in a hot pan. This isn't the script. She was supposed to slide in beside Daniel, all smiles and swagger, not face some random intruder squatting in her spot. The old lady doesn't move, just blinks at her, a quiet presence that somehow weighs heavier than Cynthia's loud confidence. Her blood starts to boil, she feels it in her tightening grip, nails digging into her palms, leaving crescent marks. This is my seat. She fumes silently, replaying every ride with Daniel where she's reigned supreme up front, windows down, her laughter filling the air, her place unquestioned. This grabs us because her throne, her symbol of control, her status is occupied, and Cynthia's not wired to share. The tension's thick now, a storm cloud rolling over her sunny parade. She stares at the woman, lips twitching, struggling to process this affront. What's she doing here? She wonders, her mind a whirlwind of irritation and disbelief. Will she let it slide? Not a chance. Her eyes narrow, her stance shifts, and we can sense the tempest brewing inside her. Picture the scene, the Jeep idling, engine ticking, the old woman still as stone, Cynthia looming like a predator sizing up prey, her jacket catching the breeze. We're locked in for the showdown, hearts pounding. How's she going to reclaim her crown? The air crackles with her fury, and we're not blinking. Cynthia doesn't hesitate. She's never paused when her world's challenged. Madam, shift to the back. She snaps, voice slicing through the dusty air like a whip, flicking her hand dismissively, as if shooing a fly buzzing too close to her throne. Her tones sharp, dripping with entitlement, every syllable a command, not a request. She's not asking, she's ordering, expecting instant obedience like it's her birthright. The old woman blinks, her weathered face creasing in confusion, murmuring, "I should what?" Her voice is soft, almost lost in the breeze, a fragile whisper against Cynthia's steel-edged bark. But Cynthia's not here for games or gentle tones. "You heard me," she retorts, crossing her arms tight, her perfectly manicured nails tapping an impatient rhythm against her sleeve, a metronome of her rising irritation. She's used to getting her way, always has, always will, or so she's convinced herself through years of bending the world to her whims. Picture her standing there, chin tilted high, eyes flashing with arrogance polished by privilege, her wig gleaming in the fading light like a crown she's daring anyone to snatch. This moment spicy because it's peak Cynthia, rude, unapologetic, blind to anything but her own desires. She doesn't care who this woman is, mother, stranger, queen. She just wants her out, erased from her space. "Move already," she mutters, loud enough to sting, her impatience a live wire sparking. We're watching her dig a hole, and it's thrilling. Her arrogance charges the air like static before a lightning strike. How far will she push this? She shifts her weight, glaring, waiting for compliance, her mind already leaping to her triumphant return to the front seat, picturing herself sliding in, victorious. The old woman tilts her head, still processing, and Cynthia's impatience flares brighter. Her lips purse, her breath huffs out. We're hooked. Will this be the spark that lights her downfall? The scene's electric, and we're buzzing for the next move. Move. My boyfriend's driving. That's my spot. Cynthia doubles down, rolling her eyes so hard you'd swear they'd tumble out and roll down the dusty road. She's not backing off. This is her turf, her kingdom, and she's planting her flag with every biting word. Daniel stumbles out of the driver's seat, face pale as a ghost caught in sunlight, hands trembling like leaves in a gale. He's trapped in her whirlwind, eyes darting from Cynthia's fiery glare to the old woman's calm stillness and back. A man lost in a storm he didn't see coming. Cynthia, he starts, voice shaky, a plea wrapped in panic, but she cuts him off with a look that could melt steel, sharp and unyielding. What? You gonna let her sit there? She snaps, her tone a blade slashing through his hesitation, leaving no room for retreat. This is intense because she's drawing a battle line, her versus whoever dares challenge her reign, and Daniel's the unlucky soul caught in the crossfire. Sweat beads on his forehead, his mouth opens and closes like a fish gasping for water, and we're on edge. Whose side will he take? Picture the scene, Cynthia looming, arms crossed, her stance a fortress of defiance, the old woman sitting quiet, unyielding as a rock, Daniel between them shrinking under the weight of her demand. I've been up front for years, she thinks, mind racing back to every drive, city lights flashing, her laughter loud, her place beside him sacred. No one takes that from me. The stakes climb. She's not just fighting for a seat, she's fighting for control, for her queenship. Daniel stammers, sin just, but she's deaf to it, her glare daring him to defy her, to step out of line. We can't look away. It's a showdown, raw and real, the air thick with clashing wills. Will he bend or break? We're gripping the edge, hearts thumping, waiting for his move. Daniel's voice cracks like thin ice underfoot as he whispers, Cynthia, do you know who you're talking to? His eyes are wide, pleading, desperate to drag her back from the edge, but she's a wall of fire, fierce and unyielding. I don't care if she's your mom. She shoots back, words landing like a slap, sharp, cold, fearless. I'm your future wife. She should respect me. Her voice rises, each syllable a hammer pounding her claim, daring him to choose family or her towering ego. Daniel's frozen, mouth half open, a statue caught in her blaze, while the old woman, his mother, sits still, hands folded, watching with a quiet that feels heavier than a shout. This is wild because Cynthia's not just fighting for a seat, she's claiming dominion over his whole world, pitting her pride against sacred family ties. Picture her standing there, chin high, eyes blazing like twin suns, her thoughts a storm. I'm the one he's chosen, the one he's building a life with. Me, not her. She's a torch, burning through compromise. Daniel's hands clench, his voice drops, sigh, in pleas, but she cuts in. No, she needs to move, her tone a whip cracking, her pride's a wildfire, and we're hooked. Will Daniel bend to her, or find the strength to stand? The tension's a tightrope stretched thin, the crowd whispering, watching as he struggles under her gaze. We feel his heart pounding, torn between love and loyalty. 8 years with her, a lifetime with his mom. Cynthia's not blinking, her stance daring him to cross her. I'm his future, she thinks, unshaken. It's brutal, a clash of wills, and we're waiting for the snap. Will he crumble or rise? The air's alive with her challenge. The street morphs into a live theater, raw and unscripted, the dusty air buzzing with life. Hawkers freeze mid-shout, baskets of mangoes and trinkets forgotten, Passers-by slow, craning necks to catch every word. A bus conductor leans out his window, grinning wide, yelling, "This is how family drama starts," with a cackle that bounces off the roadside shacks. The air thickens, humming with whispers and stares, a chorus of onlookers drawn to the spectacle unfolding like moths to a flame. Cynthia's in the spotlight, where she thrives, but not like this, not with her throne contested. She doesn't flinch, arms crossed tight, glaring at Daniel's mom like she's a trespasser on royal soil. Picture it: dust swirling from a passing truck, the Jeep gleaming like a dark jewel, Cynthia standing tall, her wig catching the last sun rays like a crown aflame. This is fun because her pride's on public display, growing messier by the second, amplified by every gawking eye and muttered jab. She's bold, a vendor whispers, peeling an orange. Too bold, his neighbor shoots back, shaking his head. The crowd's alive, feeding off her defiance, turning her standoff into a street-side soap opera. Grubby kids stop playing, old men lean on sticks, all eyes on her. We're sucked in. Will she back off under this scrutiny, or dig deeper? She shifts her weight, tosses her hair, thinking, let them watch, I'll show them who's boss. The conductor claps, egging it on. Fight, fight, and Daniel's face flushes red, trapped in her circus. It's chaotic, thrilling. She's the ringmaster, for now, but how long can she hold the whip? She's got guts, a woman murmurs, balancing a tray. Guts, yes, but at what cost? We're glued, loving the messy drama, waiting for her next move. It's just a seat, Daniel begs, hands outstretched, like he's grasping for peace, slipping through his fingers, voice trembling with fear and fading hope. Cynthia scoffs, a harsh laugh grating through the tension like a saw on metal. So your mom's more important than me? She fires back, eyes blazing with fury that lights up the dusk, voice rising sharp and loud. She's not letting this slide, not now, not ever. It's not about the seat anymore. It's about who rules their world, who wears the crown in this fractured kingdom. She steps closer, chin up, shadow falling over him, daring him to contradict her, to challenge her reign. Daniel's shrinking shoulders hunching, mumbling, "Cynthia, please." But she's a freight train of pride, roaring over his pleas, unstoppable. "No, you choose, her or me," she snaps, words a gauntlet slamming down. This grips us because the stakes have soared. It's a full-on power play, a battle for control masquerading as a petty spat. Picture her towering over him, jacket flapping in the breeze, mind racing. I've built this life with him, he's mine, not hers. The crowd murmurs, sensing the shift. Hawkers lean in, a kid whispers, "She's mad," and his mom sits still, a quiet anchor in the storm, her silence deafening. We're riveted. Will she crush him under her will, or will he push back? The argument's a wildfire, her voice sharp, his stammers weak, onlookers gasping, and we're watching it spread, unable to turn away. I'm not second, she thinks, fists clenching, her pride a furnace. Daniel's eyes dart, pleading, but she's iron, unbending, unrelenting. The air's thick with her defiance, a storm breaking loose, and we're desperate to see where it crashes. Tell her to move, or we're done right here. Cynthia snaps, arms crossed so tight her knuckles whiten, foot tapping a furious countdown on the gravel, each tap a tick of doom. Her voice is steel, cold and unyielding, eyes locked on Daniel with a ferocity that pins him like a bug on a board. His mom sits quiet in the front seat, silence louder than thunder, hands resting calmly as she watches him wrestle this moment. Daniel's a deer, in headlights, sweat beads on his brow, hands clench and unclench, breath hitching like he's drowning. "Cynthia," he starts, voice a whisper, but she cuts in. "Now Daniel," tone a blade slicing his hesitation to ribbons. This is a nail-biter, because she's shoved him to a cliff's edge. Choose her or lose her, no gray, no mercy. The crowd gawks, hawkers leaning closer, the conductor chuckling. Oh ho, big trouble now. The air's heavy with her ultimatum, a storm cloud bursting. Picture him there, Jeep's shadow stretching long, eyes darting between the women who define him, his past in the back, his present glaring ahead. She can't mean it, he thinks, but her glare screams she does, her pride a fortress he can't storm. I've given you everything, she hisses low for his ears alone. Don't you dare pick her, we're holding our breath. Will he break under her, crumble like always, or find a spine? The tension's unbearable, seconds stretch, the crowd hushes, a kid tugs his mom's skirt. What's he gonna do? Cynthia's foot stops, her stare unrelenting. He's got no time, no outs, it's do or die, and we're right there, hearts pounding, waiting for the fall. Daniel sprawled with buddies at a roadside bar, rickety stools creaking under them, warm beer fizzing in chipped bottles, laughter echoing off the tin roof. The night's easy until a friend leans in, eyes serious. Bro, Cynthia's too proud, she's gonna drag you down. Another swirls his bottle. She's trouble, man, open your eyes. Daniel grins, brushing it off with a lazy wave. Nah, it's just her rich girl thing, kinda cute, right? He sips, ignoring their frowns. The way they trade looks like he's a lost cause. Her attitudes waved red flags for years, every ignored hello, every sharp jab, but he's painted it pink, turned her arrogance into a quirk he can stomach. Picture them months back at a barbecue, her gliding past his friends without a glance, him chuckling, "That's just CYN," as they grimace. This is deep because his denial's old, a habit simmering under every fight, every warning he's dodged. She'll mellow out, he'd say, half believing, half hoping, brushing off their stares. We see the cracks he misses, her snapping at waiters, dismissing his crew, and it hits trouble's been brewing forever, a slow boil he won't taste. His friends lean back, one muttering, "You'll see, bro," as bottles clink. The memory fades to now, by the Jeep, her ultimatum ringing in his ears like a siren. She doesn't mean it, he thinks, but the past whispers otherwise. Nights they warned, she's a storm, and he laughed, "I can handle storms." We're intrigued, how long can he pretend she's not a wrecking ball? The bar fades, their voices echo, blind man, trouble's old news, and we're wondering, will this finally crack his shield? Cynthia's got a code, drilled into her by posh friends at fancy brunches in glass-walled cafes, mimosas clinking as they preached, "Never greet first, let them come to you." Their voices dripped certainty, "You're the queen, Cynthia, make them bow." She swallowed it whole, now struts through life expecting nods, offering none, unless prompted, a monarch awaiting tribute. Picture her at a party, chin high, champagne flute gleaming, waiting for hellos she won't return. Her eyes scan the room, daring anyone to test her rule. "Own your space," her bestie purred once, lounging on velvet. "Don't let them think they're your equal." She does ruthlessly, turning every encounter into a power play, her superiority a crown she polishes daily. Picture her brushing past Daniel's friends, heels clicking, thinking, if they don't speak, they're nothing. This tells us everything. It's her strength, this belief she's above, but it's her curse, isolating her behind pride's walls. Her friends' voices echo, "That's how you stay on top," over clinking glasses. But now, by the Jeep, that crown wobbles. She adjusts her wig, glaring at the old woman, mind chanting, "I don't bend never." It's her throne, built on rules she's lived by, school cliques bowing, colleagues scrambling for a nod. We're drawn in. Will this queen reign forever, or topple hard? Flash to her smirking at a waiter's fumble. "Know your place," she'd said. Now her place is challenged, and we're watching, fascinated by the flaw she wears like armor. Will it hold or crack? One humid afternoon, Daniel's friends pile into his cramped apartment. All laughs and high fives, voices bouncing off peeling walls. Cynthia glides past. No hi, no smile, just a breeze of indifference. Eyes fixed beyond them, like their furniture. They sit, awkward, trading glances, then corner Daniel in the kitchen, fridge humming over their low tones. "She'll treat your family worse," one warns, voice a hiss. This ain't just rude, it's a sign. She's an ice queen. Her rule iron. Nod only if they speak first, otherwise they're ghosts in her kingdom. Picture her later, sprawled on the couch, scrolling her phone, as they shuffle out, one muttering, "Cold as hell." This chills us. Her frost isn't petty, it's a warning of deeper trouble, creeping toward all he loves. They don't rate my time, she thinks, lips curling faintly, dismissing them as specks. We're hooked. How far will this ice stretch? Flash to his cousin's wedding. She barely nods at his aunts. Him chuckling. That's her. Now by the jeep. It's ominous. His friend's words echo. Family's next bro. She's a glacier. Slow and cold. His pals try. Hey sign. Good to see you. And get a flat. Yeah. Her eyes on her screen. It's a shot across the bow. But Daniel's deaf. Still beaming at her like she's sunshine. We're tense. Will this frost hit his mom? His roots? Signs pile up, and we're watching them tower. She's rich. That's just her way. Daniel shrugs in that cramped kitchen. Friends pressing him, their voices sharp with worry. They roll their eyes, one muttering, "She won't change. You're fooling yourself." He's convinced she'll soften. Maybe after marriage. Maybe with time, maybe when pigs fly. Picture him defending her over beers, leaning back. It's how she was raised. Cut her some slack. His tone light, hopeful, but their faces are stone. She doesn't budge, and he doesn't see. Eyes glazing over every snub, every barb. This is sad. He's got blinders on, ignoring red flags flapping like banners. Her coldness, her pride, her rules, flash to her snapping at a waiter. Him laughing, feisty, as friends wince. She'll come around, he repeats, a mantra worn thin. We feel his hope, his excuses, and we're tense. When will he wake up? Now by the jeep, her ultimatum blares, and he's still thinking, she doesn't mean it. His friends' voices haunt. You're blind, one said, tossing a bottle cap. She's a storm, and you're in the eye. Picture him brushing it off. I like storms, grinning as they groan. Denial's his shield, but it's cracking. We see it. He doesn't. Flash to her, ignoring his mom's call once. Him saying, "Busy day. We're on edge." How long can he dodge the truth? The past screams, and we're waiting for it to break through. Rewind years. Daniel's a broke taxi driver, hustling through sweaty city streets, his cab rattling like a tin can on wheels, sweat beads on his brow, sun unrelenting. When Cynthia taps his window, fancy bag slung over her shoulder, pricey shoes glinting, confidence dripping from her. "You for hire?" she asks, sunglasses sliding up, voice crisp. He nods, "Yes ma'am," and soon she's his regular, climbing in daily, her perfume cutting the stale air. She likes his chill vibe, his quiet honesty. Chats spark small then grow. "What's your story?" she asks one ride, studying him. "Just a guy with dreams," he shrugs, and she smiles, intrigued. One evening, after a drop-off, she leans on his car. "I think I like you, Daniel," her tone playful but sure. He's flawed, keys slipping, a rich girl and a nobody. Love flickers in the dusk. This is sweet, a classic underdog tale. Rags meeting riches across a divide. Picture them laughing over late-night rides. Her teasing, too calm for a cabbie. Him grinning back. We're charmed, sucked into their fairy tale, but wary. A catch looms, a shadow in the glow. She's polish, he's grit. How does that hold? Flash to her paying double once. Keep the change winking. We're hooked, sensing the price of this dream, waiting for it to unfold. Cynthia's dad's a big shot. Corner office and iron grip. She's got sway, and wields it. Give Daniel a job, she demands one evening. Arms crossed in their marble lounge, voice firm. He sighs. Business isn't charity, but her stare drills. He's worth it. He caves, and boom, Daniel's in a suit, tie choking, climbing the ladder fast, from taxi to top dog. He's living large, new car, new flat, all her doing. Sir, they call him now. Nods replacing sneers, as he strides through glass doors. This is big. She's his golden ticket, lifting him from dirt to dazzle in months. Picture him staring at his reflection in the office window, stunned. This is me. But strings tug, subtle, strong. You owe me, she smirks, half joking, eyes sharp. We're uneasy. How tight's that leash? Flash to a boardroom, him leading, her voice in his head. I got you here. Success shines, but it's hers to claim. Her gift he wears. Thanks, Cyan, he says at dinner. She nods. Don't forget it. We're hooked. Will he see the cost? The shine's bright, shadows creeping. Without me you're nothing, Cynthia says, flipping her hair like a victory flag. Voice casual but cutting. She drops it everywhere. Dinner over candlelight. Fights when tempers flare, reminding him who made him, who sculpted this Daniel from a cabbie's clay. He nods, grateful, loyal, eyes soft with love and awe. She's right, he thinks, tracing his rise to her. I owe her everything. Job, life. But her words chain him, tightening with each jab. Picture them at a rooftop party, her laughing with execs, him watching, her hand on his arm acclaim. He's trapped, too thankful to notice her reins. Ties she picks, plans she sets. He bends. This is heavy. Her control's a vice, and he's blind, lost in gratitude's haze. Don't forget who got you here, she says one night. He smiles. Never. We're tense. Will he see the cage? Flash to her nudging. Wear this, and him complying. Looks good. We feel the weight. He's hers, not free. I'd still be driving that cab. He muses. Her nod smug. Gratitude sweet. But it's choking him, and we're waiting for him to gasp. Daniel's sister rolls in from the village, dust on her sandals, all smiles and warm hugs under his flat's dim light. You've made it, brother, she beams, voice bright, arms tight around him. Cynthia's sprawled on the couch, scrolling her phone, grunting a bare hello, eyes flicking up then down, uninterested. Cook for her, Daniel asks, hopeful, nodding at his sister unpacking. She's got hands. Cynthia snaps, not looking up, tone flat, dismissive. His sister's face falls, joy shadowed, but Cynthia's unmoved. Guests don't rate her effort. Picture her tapping away, phone glow lighting her boredom, while his sister clutches a shawl, awkward. This is ugly. Her disrespect creeps past friends, clawing family, bold and blatant. She's tired, he mutters, but her eyes say no. We're repelled. How cold can she get? Not my problem, she thinks, scrolling on. Flash to her passing his sister earlier, wordless, aloof. It's a sign, chill spreading, walls rising. Cynthia, how's the city? His sister tries. Fine, she clips, nothing more. We're watching this frost touch his roots, grim. How far will it go? The air's heavy with her disdain, and we're braced. Before leaving, Daniel's sister pulls him into the hallway, city hum seeping through thin walls. Respect matters in marriage, she says, eyes serious, voice low, firm. She's got none for me, for anyone. He sighs, rubbing his neck, her words sinking but not sticking. She'll come around, he mutters, half to her, half to himself, a tired refrain he's clung to. She shakes her head, lips tight, walks out, leaving him staring at peeling paint. Lost, cracks show, friends snubbed, now family, but he's not ready to face it. Picture him pacing later, replaying her coldness, then shaking it off, just her way. This is tense. Truth knocks. He locks it out. We're frustrated. When will he see? Flash to friends' warnings. She's trouble, him laughing. You don't get her. Denial's his crutch, wobbling. Her sister's words echo. Respect matters. By the jeep, her ultimatum fresh. He still thinks, she'll soften. We're on edge. How many signs does he need? The lessons ignored, and we're waiting for the hit. Back at the roadside, dust settles as Daniel's mom speaks, voice calm, firm. Don't move me for her. Her eyes meet his, steady, a strength he's known forever. He's torn. Her serene face, Cynthia's glare, breath shallow. Mommy, please go back, he mutters, shame dripping, words heavy as stones. She looks at him, silent, gaze deep, disappointment, then nods slow, unbuckling calmly. Cynthia smirks, victorious, lips curling. This is heartbreaking. He picks her over blood, a gut-wrenching call slicing loyalty. Picture him there, jeep ticking, hands clenched, thinking, can't lose her, as his mom shifts, wrapper rustling. We feel his guilt, heavy. He knows it's wrong, but her pull's stronger, her ultimatum a noose. Just a seat, he tells himself, avoiding the mirror. Poor guy, a hawker whispers. Cynthia adjusts her hair. My place, we're aching. How will this haunt him? Flash to his mom, raising him. Now this, it's raw. The cost of her pride is his soul, bleeding out. Cynthia slides into the front seat, smug grin gleaming, adjusting the mirror like she's claimed a stolen crown. See? My spot, she says, tossing her hair, voice a taunt flung wide. Daniel starts the car, silent, knuckles white on the wheel, jaw locked. In the rear view, his mom's stare burns, pain etched deep, hands folded like patience carved in stone. This is smug. She's won, basking, blind to fallout piling like storm clouds. Picture her settling in, legs crossed, thinking, that's how it should be. Me first. The jeep rolls, she hums, oblivious to the weight. We're uneasy, triumphs loud, but the cost simmers. Good choice. She pats him. He's mute, eyes on the road. Flash to his mom's silence. What's she feeling? We're waiting for the bill. Her wind souring. She's tough. The crowd whispers, fading. Her crown secure, but cracks loom. They pull into her dad's fancy compound. Marble gates, manicured lawns under twilight. Daniel's done. Roadside guilt sits like lead. He parks, breathes deep, slams keys on the table, clatter ringing off high ceilings. I'm done. I can't disrespect my mom for her. Voice steady as rock. Cynthia's eyes widen, smug mask cracking. His mom looks up, pride flickering. This is epic. He's got a spine, flipping years of bending. Picture him tall, dust on his shoes, thinking no more. I've lost too much. We're cheering. He's breaking free. What do you mean done? She stammers, voice rising. He's unshaken. I chose wrong. Not again. The game shifts. Her throne teeters. We're pumped. Where now? Her dad frowns, room tense. Flash to his guilt. Now this. We feel his power. It's a new Daniel, and we're riding high. Cynthia's jaw drops. Smugness gone. What? She shrieks, voice cracking, echoing through chandeliers and silk. Her dad frowns, puzzled, pausing his whiskey. What's going on, Daniel? Voice deep, cutting her outburst. Daniel's mom straightens, wrapper smoothed, ready calm amid chaos. This is chaotic. Tables turn fast. Confusion reigns. He can't mean this, she thinks, pacing, heels clicking. We're on edge. What's she saying next? Explain, her dad says. She cuts in. He's joking, right? Laugh brittle. The room's a keg. Her panic, his resolve, his mom's stillness. Flash to her triumph, now unraveling, dizzying. Air hums with questions. Who's in charge? We're hooked, caught in the storm. Her dad locks eyes with Daniel's mom, face draining. Madam, you. He gasps, bowing low, hands trembling like he's seen a god. Cynthia's brain fries, her dad bowing to this old lady she banished. What's happening? She stammers, clutching the table. His mom's calm, unreadable, power radiating. She's a legend, not just a mom. This can't be, she thinks, wild. We're flawed. Who is she? Forgive me. He bows again, brow wet, shocks electric, her silent strength by the jeep. Now this, what's he mean? She snaps, ignored. His focus on her. We're buzzing. What's her story? This titan in rags. It's a live wire. And we're stunned. She owns it all. Her dad spills. Voice heavy. I was her houseboy. She gave me her empire to raise Daniel right. Strong. Cynthia's world flips. Her dad's a shadow. Daniel the heir. No, she breathes. Knees buckling. She's a pawn. He's king. The nobody. She mocked rules her gilded life. She trusted me. He slumps. Eyes distant. His mom nods. Silent proof. He's the heir. She chokes. Staring at Daniel. Still processing. We're reeling. Her life's a lie. Built on this woman's grace. Flash to her barking at his mom. Seismic truth. I managed it. Hers, his, her dad adds. Power shifts. Her throne topples. We're glued. Her collapse. His rise. Cynthia's legs wobble. She grabs the table. Breath ragged. World imploding. The poor woman she sneered at built her life. Every dress, car, smirk, borrowed from her. Daniel's the heir. And she's blind. Strutting on sand. No. She whispers, voice breaking. Hands shaking as reality slams. This is crushing. Pride crashes. Calm as a tidal wave. Picture her sinking. Replaying. Shift back. Now a dagger in her chest. I didn't know. She thinks. But it doesn't soften it. We feel her fall. Brutal. Self-made. Flash to her hair tossed by the jeep. Ash now. She made us. Her dad says. His mom watches. Serene. How do you recover? I'm nothing. Her mind screams. The rug's gone. And we're watching her drop. I didn't know. Cynthia sobs. Dropping to her knees. Tears streaming. Make up rivers of black. I'll change, Daniel, please. Voice raw. Hands clawing for him. He stands tall, stone cold. Love without respect is nothing. Firm cutting her cries. She grabs his arm. I'll fix it. Frantic. He steps back. Eyes steady. Sizz raw. She's broken. Begging. But he's done. Resolve iron. Picture her. Hair loose. Pride dust. Thinking. He can't leave. 8 years. We're torn. Pain's real. But late. Please, she chokes. He shakes his head. Not like this. Flash to her ultimatums. Reversed now. Her dad's silent. His mom's gaze soft but firm. It's a gut punch. We feel every sob. But he's steel. Daniel's mom turns to Cynthia's dad. You failed her. Voice quiet, sharp, slicing the heavy air. He slumps, whiskey forgotten, hands rubbing his face, erasing nothing. I gave her everything, money, status, the best, but not humility. My fault, voice rough, eyes down, a king unmade. This is poignant. Pride's their flaw, a seed he sowed. Picture him boasting years back. My girl's a queen, spoiling her, feeding her arrogance. We're moved. He sees it too late. I built her up wrong, he mutters. Flash to her coldness. His legacy, twisted. Pride blinds, she says. He flinches, crushed. We reflect how'd it come to this. Regrets thick, a shared wound. Cynthia's dad stands, adjusts his suit with a shaky hand, and walks out, leaving her behind. No glance, no words, just the echo of his steps on marble. Daniel takes his mom's hand, her wrapper rustling as they exit. Heads high, dignity, a quiet armor. Cynthia's alone in the grand room. Chandeliers dim, silk curtains still. Tears fall, staining the floor. Her empire gone, love, status, all dust. Picture her staring at the empty space, breath hitching, the weight of loss pressing down. I had it all, she thinks, voice a ghost in her head, and threw it away. We're quiet. Her fall's complete, heavy, final. Flash to her smirking by the jeep. Now this void. She's a queen dethroned, crown shattered. Respect. His mom's words echo, a lesson carved in her ruin. Daniel's gone. Her dad's gone. and the room's silence screams her failure. We feel the sting. What's left for her? The air's thick with her solitude, a throne room turned tomb. It's over, and we're left with the wreckage, pondering her next step, if there is one. Cynthia sits, tears drying, pride in ruins, the grand room a hollow shell around her. She lost Daniel, the best man, by looking down on everyone. Friends ignored, family snubbed, his mom dismissed with a flick of her hand. Respect trumps all, she realizes, voice a whisper lost in the vastness, but the seats are empty, her audience gone. Her arrogance cost her everything, love, future, dignity, a thief she invited in. Picture her hands trembling, replaying every cold word, every haughty toss of her hair. Now a noose she tied herself. This is powerful, a gut punch ending. Pride's a destroyer, and she's paid in full. Flash to her rules, never greet first, now a bitter joke, to her snapping, move at the woman who built her world. We're hit hard, she sees it too late, a lesson etched in loss. I was the queen, she thinks, but queens fall too. The room looms, a mirror of her emptiness, and we're left reflecting what's the cost of our own pride. Daniel's voice echoes, love without respect is nothing, a truth she grasps as shadows lengthen. It's brutal, final, she's alone, and we feel the weight, the moral sticking like a burr. Arrogance raises all, and rebuilding's a distant dream.